Now we will listen to Veronica from Ecuador.
Allí puncha tukuyo punara Ecuador mamayaktamanta mikani ñukashuti mikan Verónica Grefa Orellana Marcamanda
Is
Mikani.
in her indigenous language, which I cannot translate.
Soy de Ecuador, de la provincia de Orellana, Cantón Joya de los Hachas, Comunidad Toyuca. Soy dirigente de mi comunidad. Voy a exponer el caso del derrame de petróleo.
I'm going to talk about an oil spill in our area of Orellana. More than 50 years.
Que han estado en el extractivismo de petróleo. Entonces, hoy en día ha sucedido lo que es el derrame más grande que ha habido en la historia.
The largest oil spill on April 7th. This spill destroyed our whole habitat. It contaminated our river. This environmental impact has left more than 105 communities without food and water. All indigenous peoples, we used to use the water from the river, the water for our food, to drink, to cook, for our ancestral rites. This contamination has affected us, has destroyed our homes. We no longer have a dignified life. This happened during the pandemic while we were suffering of COVID-19. We are isolated from all of the population. We were secure at home, but with the oil spill, it harmed our source of food. It obliged us to sell the only products we had in the city in order to have some income and be able to buy some food to maintain our families. Today, we are suffering. The spill was a year ago, and we continue to be affected, to suffer. We have skin problems, women who are more closely linked to the water are being affected more. This is not the first oil spill. There have more than 3 or 4 oil spills in this time. So we, the Quechua people, we have presented an action asking for protection. We want an audience where we all went as witnesses to give our versions of what is happening in our nations. The judicial system has negated a sentence. They manipulated us. They did not give us a good audience. More than 3 times the audience was suspended because of COVID, they said, while we were demanding justice because of the rights that were being vulnerated. We were suffering double, COVID-19 and the oil spill. We are devastated. September 2nd, the judge gave a sentence against us. And so we are completely indignated. We are going to the second instance, the provincial court, where once more they did not allow the audience. So there are many struggles. We had to go to the city, to the capital in Quito to demand justice. at this center of justice that is not protecting us, the indigenous peoples, the Quichua. Once more, they negated a sentence. So now we are headed to the third instance. I take advantage of this time to ask for help to protect our territory. It is very sad for me to tell of all this because we are suffering so much. Excuse me. I'm one of the people who is leading this struggle. We expect to express our sadness, our pain, trying to figure out how to help and seek help to get justice. We in our territory are firm and we will continue to struggle for our rights. We are the only ones around here who are struggling for our Mother Earth. We're the only ones looking after our territory. And so I hope that this information will help you to know what is happening with us indigenous peoples. And we want to show you a video of what we are suffering.
¿Cómo vamos a vivir? ¿Cómo vamos a hacer?
How are we going to live? What are we going to do? April 7th, 2020, an atmospheric catastrophe.
No sabemos cuántos años.
We don't know for how many years this contamination will affect us. This is not the first time this happens. It's the third time it happens to us. They went to bathe in the river and now their skin is affected. All on the banks of the river, there's a very strong smell. We don't have any way of survival. I have been witness of this spill. This contamination of the water brings different bacteria.
A un potencial nuevo derrame.
Viene contamina el agua, es sucia. ¿Cómo vamos a tomar eso? Nunca no va.
The water is very dirty. We have the impression that people are less important than taking out the oil. We want an investigation. The oil spill continues. We want justice to protect it, all the rights that have been affected, to make sure that these and other rights are not vulnerated. We want to create a conscience with the state that the Amazon is important to the environment.
Los originarios son los únicos que han cuidado la selva todo el tiempo.
Con esto quiero mencionar también que el 15 de este mes, que es de abril, una vez más,
April, once more, the state of Ecuador continues to extract oil, and once more, we had a new spill because of the breaking of the line. So now more contaminated. We are demanding justice. This cannot stay this way. So I wanted to have you know this, and I thank all of you who are listening so that you might have this information. If any of you have any way of helping us in all this, thank you so much. Thank you, Veronica. We scream with you in your struggle. Your struggle is ours. We are very sorry to hear of your struggle.